Well, what's up, collective? It's your girl, Savy from Savy, Sentient, and welcome to your Honoring Our Divine Feminine reading. This is for everyone, whether male, female, or somewhere in between, or neither. No matter how you identify, this is for you. All of us have embodied within us a divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Okay? In these readings, we honor the divine feminine. If you all are new here, hello and welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I want to thank you all for becoming members or patrons. I want to thank you all for your support. Without you, this is not possible. Like, you all are helping the channel grow, and you all are helping me tremendously. So I just want to say thank you. If you all are looking for personal readings, if you want to follow me on any other social media, or you would like to know any of the cards that we're using here today, they're all in the description box below. So in today's reading, the goddess whose tutelage we're operating under as it pertains to honoring our divine feminine is Tituba. Okay, now Tituba or Tituba, you may know her. Her name may sound familiar because she was a very important element in the Salem witch trials. So you've likely heard her name in school as you were learning about Salem. You might have heard it on TV, especially during Halloween, as it pertains to the Salem witch trials, okay? So she comes from the Temple of the Ancestors in this deck. The ancestors in this goddess deck are deified historical figures. The Temple of Ancestors governs our basic survival needs, radiates energetically with the color of red, and physically aligns with your tailbone area and your lower body. So this is your root chakra, okay? So Tituba is the goddess of feeling safe. She is associated with Barbados, Guyana, and of course Salem. She's associated with the element of air. Okay, so the great ancestress Tituba was an enslaved Caribbean woman who was the first person accused in 1692's Salem witch trials. She was most likely kidnapped from the Guyana region in South America and then sold through Barbados through a plantation in Barbados. Her guidance says, "It is finally safe to be you. You have wandered through a dark night. Your trip has been long, and there is light ahead. Your liberation is apparent." The embodiment of Tituba says, "You deserve to feel secure. Feeling safe is knowing your basic needs are met. Feeling safe at home in your body. Feeling safe is trusting your journey. Feeling safe is feeling free around those you love. Feeling safe is trusting that the sun will rise again. If you grew up emotionally, spiritually, or physically unsafe, your reset default expectations to a healthier vibration." Okay. I am safe, and it is safe to be safe is your goddess declaration. I just want to read that last part again. If you grew up emotionally, spiritually, or physically unsafe, reset your default expectations to a healthier vibration. Okay, I am safe. It is safe to be safe. So with that specific line there, I feel like that's where we're going to focus here on this reading. Your shadow, the things that you all are suppressing, the reasons why you find yourself traumatized or triggered in certain relationships could very well be rooted in your childhood. Things that have happened in your childhood. The people who didn't protect you. The people who were maybe supposed to protect you and failed you. Now, at this point of your life, at this point in your journey, it is okay for you to feel safe again. Okay? So what is the overall energy spirit of this reading for the collective? We have the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords energy can represent some type of deception. This can also represent you deceiving yourself in your thoughts. Some of you all may be telling yourself that you're still unsafe, that there is still a reason to fear, that the trauma can be repeated at any time. And it may be that you are deceiving yourself in thinking this, okay? There may be people around you who trigger you, who you feel unsafe around, who you feel like would make you repeat that trauma as well. So let's see what this is in reference to. Spirit, my cards, please, for the collective as it pertains to the guidance of Tituba and the overall energy of Seven of Swords. We got cards flying, y'all. Okay, so the first card that comes out for you all is the Six of Pentacles. This is about reciprocity, equal give and take. I sometimes read it as someone trying to breadcrumb you, just because in this particular deck you see this guy in the back is like guiding the zombie around, getting what he wants by like stringing him along, you know. So we have the Six of Pentacles there. Next we had the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So it could be that you realize that someone was stringing you along, that someone was leading you around to get what they want. And the Seven of Pentacles energy is that you decide that it is not worth the effort, that it is not worth the reward. Something here is not worth the reward. High Priestess, this is your intuition. Trusting your higher self in the mysteries of the spiritual world. This is also about your intuition, sexuality, sensuality, all right? Secrets as well. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is about apprenticeship. It is about putting in, investing very hard work, working very diligently. A lot of Pentacles energy. So with the Pentacles energy representing Earth and being grounded, and then Tituba's guidance being about feeling safe, also seeming to be about being grounded, especially with the root chakra connection. I definitely feel like this is about your safety in situations that may make you feel unsafe. In the center of the reading, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a lack of contentment. This is being unhappy. This is being bored or disinterested in life. Okay? So let's we got four more cards. Four more cards, please. We got the Magician and the Page of Pentacles coming out together, so I'm going to leave them that way. But both of these are cards of manifestation. And it's interesting because the last reading was about a manifestation as well. So for this to reoccur, it feels like, okay, so I'm getting a message of some of the things that it is that you are wanting, collective. Some of the things that you are wanting, they will manifest when you get to a place where you are healing, where you are grounded, where you are feeling okay with being yourself, feeling safe in your own skin. Three more, please. Yeah, King of Wands, Master Manifester. It's like being secure in yourself is the key to unlock the life that you want. It's like the cheat code for you. It's like the cheat code for you. Seven of Wands energy, standing in your power, firming up or establishing and enforcing your boundaries. With the Ten of Pentacles and the Sun coming out here at the end. So yeah, there's definitely here a message of you're not living in your truth. You're not showing up fully as you because you don't feel like it's safe to. Some of you all are living in a shell or in like a little safety bubble to protect yourself from any possible danger. But because you're not showing up as fully yourself, you are not using or tapping into the natural power of creation that you hold. Okay, so let's clarify the Six of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles. I would like to clarify that, please, Spirit. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, Three of Pentacles is relationships, connections, again, Pentacles energy that are supposed to help you reach a certain goal, but it's not. With it in the reverse, these are not good partnerships. These are not reliable or safe partnerships. Okay, these are people who are underhanded. That's why I feel like the Six of Pentacles is there with the breadcrumb. And remember I said it feels like you're being led around and you're realizing that. And I feel like because of these kinds of people that you meet, they remind you of your trauma. They remind you of people who have done that to you before. This could even be about past deceptions. Okay, tell me about the High Priestess. Okay, so I'm getting a message here that because 5-5 may be significant to you. High Priestess is showing up with two of the fives that you don't want to see in a reading. The Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, regrets and loss. So it seems like in the past, there are situations, connections, relationships that you have dealt with that have yielded no rewards. They were not worth it. They were underhanded and sneaky, and they victimized you or caused some type of regret, abandoned you, left you out in the cold in some way, shape, or form. Okay, they pushed you out. So it is because of this that you are afraid to trust, and you don't feel like it's safe. You don't feel like it's safe to have any connections with anyone because everyone's going to deceive you. Everyone's going to cheat you. Everyone is underhanded. So with the Eight of Pentacles energy, you have become hyper independent. This is a card of apprenticeship. Working so hard for yourself so that you don't have to ask for help from anyone else. However, living that kind of life, it's like you're all work and no play. And that makes Jill a mean girl. Okay? You're not very happy because your life is just work. Because you have to do it. Because no one's going to help you. Clarify the Four of Cups. Why are we so bored? Death card. All right. Now, typically, I read death as a transition. I read it as rebirth, transformation. But I'm getting it two ways. I feel like we're reaching the end, or at least you're needing to. Maybe you're starting to realize that the way that you are currently going about things is not serving you, and it is exhausting you. You are working yourself to death, literally, because you feel like you can't trust anybody. Because you feel like you can't trust anybody. So you got to do everything all on your own. And that is making your life not one that's fun to live. It's just work. Like, what kind of life is that? And I feel like with the Magician and the Page of Pentacles here, there's a message of understanding that the more you work, the more you manifest lack and you manifest the need to work. Okay? There's, you're needing to understand that you don't have to work as hard as you work. That the life that you want can simply be manifested by trusting in the law of attraction and using manifestation techniques Like, it doesn't have to be just work, because you're just telling the universe, I like to work. All I want to do is work. Send me a necessity to work harder. That's not what you want for yourself. In order to get to a place where you don't have to work like this, there's a need for you to show up fully as yourself. There's a need for you to understand that you are safe, okay? That you deserve security, that you deserve to feel security, and that, like the guidance said, your basic needs are met, okay? Your basic needs are met. So I feel like because your basic needs are met, like, the guidance is for you to slow down, to ease up, to take a break. You're working insane, crazy hours to make sure that you have what you didn't have growing up, to make sure that you have what someone took away from you, or what was promised to you that you never received. And in doing that, you're telling the universe that you need more reasons to work. Okay? So I feel like this death card represents completion, that it's time for you to transition into a more lighter way of living, okay? It's time for you to take some of this weight off of your own shoulders. You don't have to work this hard. There's ways in which that you can be smarter with the way you make money. All right, you may not always have to punch a clock. Passive income, finding ways to make your money work for you. But becoming hyper independent is not the solution. Okay, so the next two cards we have are the Magician and the Page of Pentacles, both manifestation cards. As I stated, use your resources. What's around you? Who's around you? How can you use the resources that you have to make your life easy? How can you use the resources that you have, like the money that you've worked so hard for? How can you use that to make that money make money for itself, so that you don't have to clock in 60-hour, 70-hour work weeks, exhausting yourself? Okay? Use your resources. Come up with a plan to make things easier for you. All right? What are you passionate about? How can you make those passions work for you? Make money for you? Create stability in your life? How can you do that? Okay? Also, the Seven of Wands present, standing in your power. If you want to be safe and stay safe, you have to realize what some of those people who were unsafe look like, what they felt like. Establish your boundaries and keep them away from you. Don't let them violate your boundaries at any point. Okay? Stand in your power. And that's how you will get to stability. That's how you will be able to be revitalized. We have the Death card here. The Death card in your reading is endings bring new beginnings. In a traditional deck, the Death card has a rider, the Death Rider on it, but in the back of the Death Rider card, you can see the sun coming up. And here we have the Ten of Pentacles with the sun. Your stability will come in for you. Your new life, your vitality, your abundance, your happiness, your peace will all come in for you. But you have to establish your boundaries, and you have to learn how not to work so hard just because you don't feel like you're safe, just because you're surviving trauma and trying to prevent the same trauma from reoccurring. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some Moonology messages for you. Moonology, what messages do we have for the collective as it pertains to honoring our divine feminine? Yeah. So I'm taking two. And the very first one that comes out says meditate and contemplate. Meditate and contemplate. This is the new moon in Pisces. All right. So the new moon in Pisces, the guidance of this card says, this card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests that there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your heads in the cloud and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're on to a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little too wet and watery, well, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac and of the new moon and the new moon in Pisces is a card that suggests a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. The attunement to the moon of this card says use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Additional meanings for this card: face your fears. They may be holding you back. The situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Chant Om Namo Narayani. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. The teaching: Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries, or depth of emotion, idealism, hopeless romantics. It's the sign of water and the unconscious. It's the energy deep like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and allow your emotions free reign. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more than likely the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow, and only you know if that's the case or not. So very similar to the High Priestess energy, trusting the mysteries, feeling, flowing, okay? There was a message there about like your past and being afraid to be hurt. And there was also a message of manifestation, that if you are thinking that the worst is going to happen, then that's what's going to happen. And if you alternatively are thinking that the best is going to happen, then of course that's what's going to happen. So definitely a need for you to get your mind in order as it pertains to this reading. The way for you to respect your divine feminine, honor your divine feminine, is to correct your thoughts. Correct the way that you're thinking, the things that you expect. Okay, so the next one that we have is the disseminating moon card. And I feel like this one is really important in this reading. This one says, time to take a breath out, or time to breathe out. Come on, focus. Time to breathe out. The intensity of the full moon has abated, and what are you left with? That's what this card is asking you. It suggests that the situation you're asking about has now peaked, and it's time for you to regroup and learn from your experiences rather than blindly forging ahead. Have faith that what is happening is for the best. Try to accept the way things are now and give yourself and others time out to relax. Breathe. We can't be on all the time. If you feel you've hit an obstacle or even failed in some way, now is the time to reflect on how to do things differently next time. Be honest with yourself. If you feel bad about your current situation, and then remind yourself that life goes in cycles. Be honest with yourself. If you feel bad about your current situation, then remind yourself that life goes in cycles. Attune to the moon. I am where I am, and it's okay. Additional meanings for this card. You should know where you stand either now or very soon. You need to take some time out for your own good. It's time to share your wisdom and experience with someone else, and avoid falling into a slump. The teaching. The disseminating moon card is the first moon phase after the explosion of energy that comes from the full moon. No matter when you pull this card, it suggests that you're at a more tranquil point in life, and that whatever situation you're asking about. This is not the ideal time to start something new. The disseminating moon is a time to breathe out, give yourself some time off, and think about what has passed. Okay, like I said, you are working too hard. You're trying to be not hyper vigilant, but hyper independent, and you are overworking yourself. And you really need to take time to breathe. You really need to take time to relax. Your safety is not in jeopardy anymore, and that's what Tituba's guidance needs you to understand. Okay, don't let your trauma turn you into a workhorse. And this doesn't even have to be physical work. This could be spiritual work. This could be mental work. Always thinking, always going into overtime with your thoughts. Trying so hard to protect yourself from something that you may not even need protection from with this Seven of Swords energy at the top of the reading. You could be convincing yourself that there's danger afoot and there's not. Okay? That's just your trauma speaking to you. So let's go ahead and get Affirmator for you. Affirmators, what messages do we have for the collective? So your affirmator, that's confidence. In this moment, I take a step back and look at myself with the pride of a good mother. I see an abundance of abilities and talents that show up all the time in big and little ways. If I could stick myself on the refrigerator, I would. I would invite all the neighbors over and say, look at that. Can you believe what an A+ that is? So moving forward with confidence, and I feel like that's the confidence in the guidance and knowing that you're safe. That's the confidence that you've worked hard enough, that you've done enough, and that you're protected. That is confidence in the spiritual world and your spirit team and your angels, your ancestors. You know, hopefully, if you all are channeling your ancestors and working with your ancestors, you are asking for the ones that have your highest good in mind. When you work with your ancestors, you don't just call anybody. You call the ones that have your highest good in mind, your most benevolent ancestors. They're going to protect you. And I know for those of you all who are not as spiritual, you might be like, what is some, ghosts, some imaginary? They're not imaginary, y'all. And they will protect you. I've seen it happen in 27 when I said that. I've seen it happen in my own life on more than one occasion. They will be here for you. They will protect you. Just ask them. Simple as that. Just ask them. All right. So you actually have 2 self-care cards that come out for you. The very first one says sing. It says the mantra, my voice uplifts all who hear it. You have a unique voice and carry deep wisdom that the world needs to hear. You can share your words in many ways, in any way you like, even singing them. Many of us have a fear when it comes to sharing our voices, but expressing ourselves through song can be unexpectedly freeing. Try writing a song for fun and as a way to convey what you are feeling. Sing it to yourself and notice how it makes you feel in the moment. Record it, play it back for yourself. What emotions come up? Does it empower you, make you feel shy? Sing your favorite songs in public at an open mic, singing circle, or karaoke bar to break through fear and experience new levels of self-expression. Sing at home or in your car to delight yourself and elevate the vibe. Sing to your heart's content. Journal prompt. What are your favorite song lyrics right now, and how does hearing them make you feel? Okay. Music is a great way, especially to heal. Just think about whenever we go through breakups, what's the first thing we do? Put on an I Hate You song, okay? But also it's a great way to connect to your ancestors. Believe it or not, a lot of our ancestors communicated through music, okay? And they enjoy when you sing to them. They enjoy when you communicate with them in that same way. The next one we have is meditate. But this one is easy, right? We all know that this is important. So, meditate. I am at peace is the mantra. Find a comfortable seat in a quiet place and close your eyes. As you sit in stillness, listen as you inhale and exhale and allow your mind to settle so that you can take a journey inward and upward. Meditation can be that simple. Although there are many approaches, the main goal is to empty the mind and become an observer of your thoughts, allowing them to enter and leave without attachment, labeling, or judgment. Start with just 5 minutes in the morning or the evening and can lay a foundation for a daily meditation practice and create significant shifts in perspective. As you begin to see benefits, you can go more in depth with your practice, incorporating guided meditations, breath work, or classes in different modes of meditation to see what resonates with you most. Journal prompt. What blocks, real or imagined, prevent you from meditating? What practical steps can you take towards removing these blocks? Yeah, there's definitely, if this is resonating with you all, there may definitely be a root chakra blockage here. Tituba's connected to the root chakra, to grounding, to our safety. Okay, so definitely a heavy emphasis on meditation in this reading. With your meditate card, your take time to breathe out disseminating moon card, your meditating and contemplating card with the new moon in Pisces. We even have the high priestess here who looks like she's in meditation. So a lot of the answers that you're seeking, a lot of the blockages that you have, you can probably access them through some type of meditation. So look into that. There's actually a playlist on the Savy Sentient channel for all of my favorite meditations. So you may want to check that out as well. Let's go ahead and get some advice. What advice do we have for the collective? Yes. So y'all's advice is crazy. The advice: 5 of Sticks, 3 of Swords, 8 of Sticks in the reverse. The 5 of Sticks energy is coming across to me as brainstorming and conflict within your mind about the pain that you've endured in the past and how that pain is holding up your progress. Spirit wants you to know that holding on to that pain is exactly what is preventing your growth. Constantly living in your head and operating out of a place of fear that pain will reoccur in your life is exactly what is holding up your progress with the 8 of Sticks in reverse. Okay, if you are feeling like you're working all the time and you are not getting any progress happening, any growth, any prosperity, if you're not getting to where you're trying to go, it is because you are blocked. And what is blocking you is your pain. This pain is the reason why you feel unsafe. We have the 7 of Wands yet again. You need to stand in your power. 7 of Wands showed up here in the reading as well. You need to stand in your power. You need to stop letting your pain control you. Okay? You need to look that pain in the face and defend yourself. You need to heal it, because that is exactly what is stagnating you. You are letting it control you. You are letting it dictate the way that you move in life. Okay? You are bigger than your trauma. You are bigger than your pain. All right? So let's go ahead and get postcards from Spirit. Okay, we actually have 2. Spirit got a lot to say to you today. Okay, so the first one, it says, everything is in divine order. Even in chaos, there is order, and we are always in awe of this. For you, though, on your human journey, things can get disorganized in your mind and physical reality. You need to get rid of the clutter. Whether it be too many stories in your mind, too many what ifs, or fearful thoughts of past or future. Instead, focus on the now. Empty your mind, Clean your house. Throw out any object that tells you an uncomfortable story. Discern what you have, sort, purge, clear, and organize. We want you to have space to fill with something better. Spirit loves a vacuum and to give space for brilliant new energy. Let go of what is not serving you and give order to what remains. See them and know their value. Your soul needs organization in order to keep your connection to us and to spirit free of distractions. You are so adored by so many. We hope you really know that. So, the clutter, the old memories, the hurt, the trauma, the pain that you're holding on to is clutter, and it is obstructing your ability to connect to spirit as well as your ability to manifest. So this is why you're working overtime in the physical when you could be healing your trauma, releasing the negative, and letting spirit work with you to make your life easy, to make abundance come easy. Okay? The next card. It says, Dearest you, did you know that when you stop fighting and accept everything exactly as it is right now, miracles start to happen? There is a freedom in this kind of radical acceptance. Let go of unrealistic expectations and see things as they really are and not how you like them to be. You'll be surprised at how everything seems to fall into place. When you refuse to accept things, life gets messy, you act messy, and your world stays in chaos, tension, and disarray. But don't try to force change or manipulate circumstances. Instead, learn about what is in front of you and face it with your eyes fully open. Then you can decide to stay or go, sink or swim, move or stay still. Acceptance is the key to freedom and opens the door to real possibilities waiting to be discovered. Set yourself and others free. Set yourself and others free. Stop resisting, stop fighting, stop staying in conflict with the shit from your past. Organize, release, let shit go, and keep only what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, and what makes you feel safe. Let that other bullshit go. Okay? So these are your messages. These are how you're going to honor your divine feminine in this time. If this resonates for you, please let me know how in the comments below. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And until the very next time that I read for you all, I'm wishing you all love and light and everything right. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.